Okay, so we're going to look at another way of simplifying, and that's multiplying. And we're going to talk about multiplying a monomial by a monomial first. So 3x would be a monomial. 4y would be a monomial. What do you think the answer is when you multiply them together? Can you figure it out? What do you think it might be? Remember, we're multiplying.
12xy.
Do you see how she got 12xy? Because really, this is 3 times x times 4 times y. And remember, when we multiply a whole bunch of things, the order that we multiply doesn't matter. So I can say 3 times 4 times x times y, which is 12 times x times y, which is 12xy. It's pretty straightforward. What do you think the next one would be? Zara?
Negative 10 ABC.
Yeah. Multiply negative 5 by 2, and then times a times b times c.
Does A, B, and C have to be in that order?
Not necessarily. If you did CAB, still the right thing, because multiplying the order doesn't matter. Yeah, good question. How about this one?
Negative 30 cubed squared.
Yeah. Negative, or 3 times negative 10 can go to negative 30, times in a p, times in a q squared. So it's pretty straightforward. Last one, watch your negatives, and we're multiplying 3 monomials here. Yes. Which one? Yeah.
Why don't we just do the exponent first?
No, because there's nothing to do with the exponents. Like it's just, that's if we plugged in values for p and q, we do this first. But simplifying, no, we don't. Yeah. Well, first of all, let's figure out if it's going to be negative or positive, the answer. Negative, because there's 3 negatives. So now we just do 6 times 12 times 3. 6 times 2 times 3 times x times y times z. And of course, we don't have to write the multiplication symbols. That's not what we do in algebra. Yeah.
So isn't the first integer sign in outside the bracket? Away from.
That's okay. It's still 3 getting multiplied,
Okay.
which is going to be negative. So really, what's the rule? Well, multiply the, remember what we call the numbers in front of a variable again? What's that word? Coefficients. Multiply the coefficients, the numbers in front. Then multiply oh, what? And then multiply all the variables. Yeah. Did I make a mistake here? Something correcting me?
No, I was like confused about something, but then I was like, oh,
All right. Which did you hand or wrist? Would you give somebody a hand in the helmet? And women's hockey is rough. It's like they say, like no contact in women's hockey. No way. Of course there is.
yeah.
Okay. So that's multiplying a monomial. by a monomial. Here we got a little word problem, which is pretty straightforward. Remember, normally in shapes, we're given the dimensions as numbers, but we can be given them as expressions, algebraic expressions. So we're told that the length is 4a, the width is 5b, and we're asked to write a simplified expression for the area of the rectangle. How do we find area again? Rectangle? What's the length in this question? What's the width? And is there a simpler way to say this? That's it. That's all there is. Okay. Yeah, because you can't go any further unless you're told what A and B are. Right? I know that, like, I don't know. Have you guys record that? All right. What happens if we multiply a monomial? So on the outside of the parentheses, we can see an A, B, and C, by more than one term.
Okay,
Not quite. Remember when we were removing by adding and subtracting, we had to, like, say it was subtracting, we had to subtract everything in parentheses. Just like that, you have to multiply everything in parentheses by A. What is A times B? It's easy, right? Plus A times C.
AC.
AC. You can't collect those because they're not like terms. They don't have the exact same letters. So we're done. Anybody got the next one? Zara?
Would it be 6x times
Not times.
plus 6y?
Yep. 6 times x is 6x, plus 6 times y is 6y. That's it. Next one, watch your negatives.
Negative x
Wonderful.
negative 5x
Yep.
plus 5y.
Right. Remember, in the second multiplication, it's a negative times a negative. So that's going to change it to plus 5y.
Yeah, but what is that?
All right?
We still have one. Were we gonna make this one for that one?
Sure. You can see I don't pay much attention to the rules because you guys can usually figure them out pretty quick. So when we multiply a monomial by a polynomial, more than one term, multiply the monomial on the outside by every term in the parentheses. Of course, you always want to see if you can collect like terms after, but with these type, usually you won't be able to. Because you'll get different, each term will have different variables or different exponents.
Wait,
Yes, ma'am.
sorry.
It's okay. That's quite all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Last two, this time instead of 2 terms, we got 3 terms. Nothing changes. Multiply, multiply, multiply. Yep.
Is it?
Whoa, whoa. What's going on? Sorry. Negative. You sure?
Because it's a positive and negative.
Yeah, so isn't it negative 3 times 4?
Oh, okay.
That's right. Negative 12xy
Plus 97.
multiply,
What?
you added negative 3 times negative 2. You're all right. You're okay.
That's 12.
Good. There you go. They're all different. They're not like terms. We can't combine anything.
Wait, is that? What is that? 6?
For where? Here?
Yeah.
That's a 6. And the last one. Negative 2 has to get multiplied by everything inside, so we're going to do 3 multiplications. Who wants to give it a shot, Nicole?
Positive 2 and square
Yes.
minus 4 and
Yes.
plus 2.
Got it. That's it. Okay. So remember, like I said, what we'll do is very similar to what we did last week. 5.4 today, 5.5 tomorrow. And then any remaining time is for you to work on exercises 5.4 and 5.5 for next Wednesday. So it's all yours. But I want to see you done that again.
Wait, other question. I'll remember.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, here, wouldn't that like, how would that be a negative? Because when you put those together, so wouldn't it be positive and positive?
Well, no, negative 5 times x. Like,
Oh, it's times an x. I thought
Right.
it was like-
so the first multiplication is negative 5 times x. The second multiplication is negative 5 times negative y, which changes the.
Oh, so then it's positive, so that's why it's negative.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Oh,
Oh, it would, well, first of all, the answer is going to be negative.
yeah.
And because all the various variables are different, it would just be x times y squared times z cubed. So it'd be negative xy squared z cubed.
Huh?
That's it. Because there's nothing to multiply together, is there? So we just write it, yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. Yeah. You guys understand it? You're welcome. Yep.
No.
Would this be -10? Because like that's a positive and a negative.
Yep, so -10.
X.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. So, what like, well,
2 times 3 times 4,
oh,
and then X, Y, Z. Yep. B, calculator. Yes.
Calculator, Avery stole it from me. Thank you. This is not my fault, by the way.
Okay. I don't know.
Would this be negative if you connected to 4 or no?
Well, it would apply to both. So when you take out, like the brackets stay,
Yeah.
but then inside it's going to be a minus 4, and
So
then
it would be-
minus minus a, which becomes plus a. Yeah.
What if I give you something and put it on your board? Would you keep it there?
Yeah, but they erase it at night all the time. Yeah, and I don't think that they understand English, so. Yeah. No, that's common.
Okay, this is some random question. Like, what if I like put it like 24 Y Z X rest of the rest? Would it be wrong? So I could
You
do
can
it
put
like.
the letters in any order when you're multiplying.
Thank you.
Yep.
I could love. Like anywhere, but
Sadie, do at least one question this class. Whoa! Ooh, snappy snap.
don't need this one. Bye.
Oh, stop. Ooh, we just said that. We just said that at the same time. See, and then she just goes back to talking. Okay, first of all, I'm not staring at you, and second of all, I'm always loud. You can't call it yelling. That's just my regular voice. Yes, okay, Sadie, have you noticed that I'm a pretty sarcastic person? Like I say things like that, but I'm laughing inside. Oh, Sadie. Oh, Sadie, don't be mad at me. Sadie. 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 Sadie.
I feel like I'm so. And I just feel like one letter that says blah.
Bye.
But they're kind of like, you know, like, people on, they're what's. And I was like, okay, or do you think it's my, like,
Oh, yeah, you want to simplify first.
yeah, okay,
Definitely.
okay, so I can take this.
Take the parentheses out and then collect like terms. It'll make it much easier. And much less frustrating. You're looking a little frustrated today.